The world watched in surprise as news broke of Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba's resignation. This unexpected move came amidst a broader government reshuffle initiated by President Volodymyr Zelensky. Kuleba, a prominent figure, had been instrumental in rallying international support for Ukraine. His departure sent ripples of uncertainty through diplomatic circles. The timing of Kuleba's resignation, at a critical juncture in the war, amplified the shock. Ukraine is currently engaged in a fierce counteroffensive against Russian forces. The sudden change in leadership added complexity to an already volatile situation. Kuleba's resignation was not an isolated incident. It was part of a much larger government reshuffle, the most extensive since the beginning of the Russian invasion. President Zelensky had hinted at the possibility of such changes, emphasizing the need for a strong and unified leadership to navigate the challenges ahead. The reshuffle encompassed several key positions within the government, signaling a comprehensive effort to adapt and strengthen Ukraine's leadership. Among the other high-profile resignations was that of Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov. Reznikov had been a key figure in overseeing Ukraine's military efforts since the start of the war. His departure, coming shortly after Kuleba's, fueled further speculation about internal disagreements and potential shifts in Ukraine's war strategy. The reshuffle extended beyond the upper echelons of government, reaching into various ministries and regional administrations. This widespread shakeup suggested a desire for a fresh start and a renewed focus on efficiency and accountability. However, it also raised concerns about potential disruptions and instability at a time when Ukraine could least afford them. The decision to initiate such a sweeping government reshuffle in the midst of a full-blown war was a bold move by President Zelensky. It was a clear signal that he was not afraid to make tough decisions and shake up the status quo. Zelensky defended the reshuffle as necessary to ensure his government was operating at peak efficiency. The reshuffle could be seen as Zelensky's determination to consolidate power and align his team with his vision. It also reflected the pressure to show progress in the war effort and maintain confidence. By shaking up his cabinet, Zelensky aimed to inject new energy and ideas into his government. As Ukraine grappled with the implications of the government reshuffle, the grim reality of the ongoing war continued to cast a long shadow over the country. Russian missile attacks, a constant threat since the invasion began, showed no signs of abating. Cities across Ukraine, from the capital Kyiv to the western city of Lviv, were targeted in relentless barrages, causing widespread destruction and claiming the lives of innocent civilians. The missile attacks were a stark reminder of the human cost of the conflict and the ever-present danger faced by ordinary Ukrainians. They also highlighted the challenges faced by Ukraine's air defense systems in intercepting the sheer volume and sophistication of Russian missiles. The relentless missile attacks had a devastating impact on Ukraine's infrastructure, crippling power grids, disrupting transportation networks, and hindering the delivery of essential services. They also took a heavy toll on the morale of the Ukrainian people, testing their resilience and resolve. Despite the constant threat, Ukrainians displayed remarkable courage and determination, refusing to be cowed by Russian aggression. Section 5. Adapting to survive. How the reshuffle impacts Ukraine's war strategy. The government reshuffle came at a critical moment in the war, with Ukraine preparing for a potential counteroffensive to reclaim lost territory. The change in leadership, particularly in key positions like the defense ministry, raised questions about potential shifts in Ukraine's military strategy. Some analysts suggested that the reshuffle could signal a move towards a more assertive and offensive-minded approach. The appointment of new military leaders, potentially with different perspectives and experiences, could lead to a reassessment of tactics and priorities. Others argued that the reshuffle was more about streamlining decision-making processes and improving coordination between different branches of government. The war effort required a high degree of coordination and efficiency, and the reshuffle could be seen as an attempt to address any existing bottlenecks or shortcomings in this regard. Section 6. A world watching international reactions and the need for unity. The government reshuffle in Ukraine sent ripples through the international community, prompting a range of reactions from world leaders and international organizations. The United States, Ukraine's most powerful ally, expressed its continued support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, emphasizing the importance of stability and continuity during this critical time. European Union officials echoed these sentiments, reaffirming their commitment to providing Ukraine with the necessary financial, military, and humanitarian aid. They also stressed the importance of unity among Western allies in the face of Russian aggression. The international community closely watched the developments in Ukraine, recognizing the global implications of the conflict. The war had already had a significant impact on global food security, energy markets, and geopolitical stability. The government reshuffle added another layer of uncertainty to an already complex situation, underscoring the need for continued international engagement and support for Ukraine. Section 7. The Road Ahead, charting Ukraine's course through uncertainty. The government reshuffle marked a new chapter in Ukraine's tumultuous journey since the Russian invasion. It came at a time of both great challenges and potential opportunities. The new leadership faced the daunting task of navigating a complex and ever-changing battlefield, while also addressing the political and economic challenges facing the country. The success of the reshuffle would depend on a multitude of factors, including the competence and unity of the new leadership, the continued support of international partners, and the resilience and determination of the Ukrainian people. The road ahead for Ukraine remained uncertain, but one thing was clear: the country's fate would have profound implications for the future of Europe and the international order. The world watched with bated breath as Ukraine charted its course through these uncharted waters. Section 8. The significance of Kuleba's resignation. Dmytro Kuleba's resignation as foreign minister carried immense significance. As the face of Ukrainian diplomacy since before the war, he had garnered global respect for his tireless advocacy and ability to rally international support. His departure, therefore, raised concerns about potential disruptions in Ukraine's diplomatic efforts at a crucial juncture. Kuleba was instrumental in securing billions of dollars in military and humanitarian aid from Western allies. He effectively communicated the plight of the Ukrainian people on the world stage, garnering sympathy and support for Ukraine's cause. His absence left a void that would be difficult to fill, particularly as Ukraine sought to maintain the momentum of international support. While the specific reasons behind Kuleba's resignation remained unclear, his departure underscored the high stakes and internal pressures within the Ukrainian government. It remained to be seen whether his successor could replicate his success in navigating the complexities of international diplomacy and ensuring continued support for Ukraine. Section 9. The strategic goals behind the reshuffle. President Zelensky's decision to initiate a sweeping government reshuffle amidst a war was a calculated gamble. The reshuffle allowed Zelensky to consolidate his power and surround himself with a team aligned with his vision. By replacing key figures, he aimed to streamline decision-making and ensure loyalty. It also addressed inefficiencies and brought in fresh perspectives. The reshuffle signaled commitment to accountability and reform. The success of Zelensky's strategic gamble remained to be seen.